Vatira versus Joreuz, best of 5. This is the second time I've casted a Vatira 1 show match, but it's the first real Vatira 1 show match I've casted, because the only other one was Vatira versus Rapid, which was kind of a meme. So this is going to be the kind of, I guess, his debut, his real debut, against a proven player. Vatira says good luck tomorrow too, as both players will be competing in EU RLCS. I don't know, is there a chance that they could play against each other tomorrow? I haven't checked if there is. There might be a chance for them to run into each other in round 1. They're definitely not in the same group, Carmine Corp and Oxygen. But okay, Vatira just the other day was able to beat Moxie in a best of 7, 4-1. And that really tells you all you need to know about him. He's clearly already at the top level. He's an incredibly talented player mechanically. He is often called the best player in the world for 3v3. I think he was in the 2022 calendar year. Just pipping his teammate Rise to the post. And let's see how he can do in ones against one of the all-time greats and one of the current greats, Joreuz, who is, oh dear, already down by 2. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's a bit of a tilter, as you can see from Joreuz's reaction. You know, Vatira's hooked a shot on target, but most likely did not expect it to go in. Joreuz just advanced off the goal line and jumped underneath the ball. You can't have been expecting Vatira to just shoot that first time, if he's positioning like that. Rocket League Chris, thanks to the 26-month tier 1. Oh, he's actually got some information for us here, so, you know, we're talking briefly pre-stream. I'm not going to go over it all again for all of you watching on video. But yeah, we're just briefly discussing, or my Twitch chat's trying to educate me on pronouns. Rocket League Chris has some information for us all that will, I think, conclude the discussion on Twitch. He says she, they, he, they often refer to birth assigned gender while also showing that they feel non-binary and dislike using it as a third alternative. Well, there you go. Somebody said that Twitch chat's a bad place to learn it from, but I feel like that makes a lot of sense. You know, I can't validate it, but I no way to validate, but I have no reason to think that that wouldn't be the case. Thank you, Rocket League Chris. I did not know that. So shout out to you. And thanks for the resub. Okay, Joreuz a little bit inaccurate for the start of this game. But he's only conceded twice, so he should be just fine easing into the match. His flick goes into the bar, bounces down, and actually goes straight back to him, but a bad first touch will lead to nothing but a boost steal for Joreuz. Vatira cuts off the immediate shot. And closes the distance again. And this is something that a lot of 3v3 players who join the 1 scene at a later date often struggle with. And that is knowing when you can challenge. Knowing when it is safe to challenge is a very difficult skill to master if you haven't, you know, really been learning it in your 2v2 and 3v3 career. But a lot of players are able to do it. A lot of players are able to, you know, learn a very advanced challenge game despite not playing 1v1 ever at any stage during their career. Vatira, I think he played a bit of 1v1s, but nothing too extreme. But it seems straight from the get-go that he's got a good awareness of when he can challenge, when he can close the distance, without allowing Joreuz to just outplay him for free. Obviously, the other thing that threes players often struggle with is the kickoff game. That doesn't seem to be an immediate weakness for Vatira either. And if you can keep those two things in check and have a consistent, strong mental game throughout, then we could be in for a good best of 5 here. Joreuz on the breakaway, looking to set up a ground shot, but Vatira again closes it, but this time gets caught off guard with a demo, so follow through was not seen by Vatira. He had the shot covered. He correctly read that he could block the goal scoring angle. What he didn't realize is that Joreuz had no intentions of shooting. Actually went straight for the demo. Joreuz's flag is rotated, please fix. That has to be a joke, of course, as Joreuz equalizes. Vatira trying to be a bit cheeky there, sticking around with a low boost. I feel like Joreuz is going to be more than aware anytime he's doing that. Great chance. And a goal for Joreuz to lead 4-3. He's in control now of the game for the first time. He dodged the demo there, was the key. Vatira trying to bump him into the corner. Joreuz again spotted Vatira's intentions before Vatira was able to make it happen. Early shot from Joreuz. Looking to counter Vatira's advanced position. Vatira might go for a back wall demo here. Indeed he did. But once more, Joreuz is able to see it coming. Joreuz decides he can't slot the shot first time. Cuts in field to create a better angle for himself. Vatira's taking the ball away though. The air dribble not materializing for him. Joreuz intercepts cleanly. Scores a 5th goal on the trot. Vatira was too far back to get another touch on the ball. Too far back to fly in front of the ball for the demo. And Joreuz with a half flip kickoff. He's looking for midfield play. Fakes a challenge. Vatira flicks top corner. Well played, Vatira. Just 5 boosts left after all that was done. It's not normal to see this kind of play working, so well played, Vatira. Generally, when Joreuz half flips and his opponent tries to dribble him, he will send the challenge straight at them. That time, Joreuz opted for the fake. Vatira did not bite on it. Well played by the Frenchman. He's tried to close the distance again. Joreuz saw that coming a mile away. He's got a somewhat open top corner. Vatira's going to keep it out, though the shot went more central. The boost seal still follows through for Joreuz. Sidewall demo as well. Quick power slide turn on the wall, leaves the net open. But Vatira respawns and saves the shot near post. So good choice to respawn right there for Vatira. I think left would have been a bit more tricky to get the whole goal covered. Joreuz trying to add to his already impressive goal spree, and he will with immaculate control. Vatira compliments him with a nice one in the quick chat. Lots of early challenges for Vatira. And towards the second half of this game, the majority of them have not been successful now. Might actually just bounce straight in. Is it going to be a good bounce for Vatira? It's good enough. He gets the 5th goal. Joreuz tried to push the ball to the left of Vatira. That's where Vatira was covering. Joreuz wants to avoid that happening again. He's going to need to get goal side here. That's exactly what he does. Dead center approach. Vatira just parking in front of Joreuz for a little bit, maybe half a second there. And it wasn't a pointless maneuver. The reason he did that is he wanted the ball to fall a bit more before letting Joreuz advance. Big shot and the rebound for Joreuz. Vatira is there for it, but he does not land outside the net. Joreuz is going to be slowed to the ball though. Vatira takes off with ball cam on. Still, now it's off. Bump just about lands, but Joreuz does well to save the shot. And the pinch clear goes nowhere. Vatira's got another opportunity here. It's not the best takeoff, but he doesn't need one right now. The bump lands this time, but the shot's off target. Oh my goodness. Vatira was just a millimeter away from sending us into overtime. But the post comes to the Dutchman's rescue. 1-0 Joe. Yeah, in those kind of situations, you don't need an efficient takeoff. Vatira had a really, really slow aerial takeoff there by his standards. But it didn't matter. He just needed to make sure the bump lands. It's an all-in play regardless. He didn't get the shots on target. Unfortunate for him. You just watched that an ad. I'm so confused by Twitch ads right now. I don't know what's going on. Because I swear I manually run them. And it just doesn't seem to work for some people. So some people are getting ads anyway. Even though they were supposed to happen earlier. Oh well. Hopefully... Doesn't seem like it happened to a lot of people in chat. A few people wrote ads. Not too many people. Not as many. I mean, usually when ads run for everyone, the whole chat is just spammed with ads. It didn't happen this time. A great first touch for Vatira. Not a bad shot as well. Oh my goodness, the power. Big launch from Vatira. Over the top of Joreuz, making the most of the low boost position. Seizure Salad, thanks for the 8-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Some of you guys are trolling. 84 ads. Impossible. Impossible. Joreuz looking for placement with the flick that time. Vatira more than ready for it. Mind game for Vatira, doesn't land. He tried to trip up Joreuz in the landing as well. Joreuz shrugs it off, closes the gap. And he'll be quite happy with that result. Vatira able to flip onto the boost seal though. That's something Joreuz will be less happy with. I think Vatira needs to just keep an eye on his boost total a little bit more. Had a good start in game 1, but towards the end it looked like Joreuz was able to absorb the majority of Vatira's early challenges and create goal-scoring opportunities that Vatira could not stop whenever Vatira did run out of boost. So for me, that's the number one thing Vatira should be trying to do, is just not use all of his boost in any situation. Just have a little bit left over at all times. That would make a big difference to his success rate and his winning chances. So anytime he's got a little bit to play with, he looks quite okay. He doesn't seem like he's one of those players, and he never has seemed to me like one of the players who needs to have 100 boost at all times. That's not how I would describe Vatira. I think he's very effective with just a little boost, but game 1, maybe a bit too many times he let it run down to 0. Great challenge. Joreuz anticipating the slow setup and the flick from Vatira. In this end-to-end exchange, Joreuz has not had that many scoring chances, remains scoreless almost halfway through the game. Still patiently waiting for his opportunity to break free, and this might be it. Vatira grinds to a halt again. Joreuz looking to snipe it past him. He somehow steals the boost from right under Vatira's nose. It looked like Vatira was there to deny the boost steal. Somehow Joreuz snuck in front of him. That's not the first touch Joreuz was looking for. Probably wanted to threaten some kind of air dribble in that play. Now we are past halftime. Still scoreless for Joreuz. He's only down by 1 all the same. Just that one long shot from Vatira. The difference at the moment. Joreuz attempting a ceiling pinch, mishits the ball, and Vatira will go 2 goals ahead in 2 minutes. In 3 minutes, sorry. Snuck isn't a word. You went to London, you should know this. Isn't that a meme from like Conan? I think it is, right? I swear I've seen a video about that. I don't remember who else was in that video, but yeah, it was very funny. Definitely check it out. Just go look up Conan Snuck. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, it's a very enjoyable video. Wow, big pre-jump from Joreuz here. Both players running very low in boost after that. Joreuz looking to set up an immediately threatening position. He's still scoreless. There's 90 seconds to go. Well, this is a bizarre game. I feel like Joreuz has had quite a lot of control, but Vatira somehow managed to just deny all of the goal-scoring opportunities Joreuz tries to create. Now Joreuz is overcommitting with no boost. Surely this isn't going to work. Vatira is more than fine, and he will be up by 3 here. You know, this is a head-scratcher. I think if Joreuz looks back at this game and tries to remember how it's been played, he probably won't feel too uncomfortable. I don't think this is a game where Joreuz has looked like he's out of position all that often, out of boost all that often, or, you know, trying to read Vatira and failing to do so. I feel like he's actually been fine, but he just hasn't created goal-scoring chances. The Vatira effect is in full force. He's closing off all the angles, looks to pre-flip into the ball. Joreuz demos him and finally gets his opening goal. 4 minutes and 17 seconds in. An incredibly low-scoring game for 1v1. It's not often you see this. Joreuz could come back here. It's only 2 goals. He's definitely going to need to up the rate of scoring, though, if it's going to happen. Vatira unable to add to his tally. Oh, he stayed for the catch on Joreuz. Joreuz had an open net and he's missed it. Well, Vatira misplayed, and Joreuz was not able to punish him. Just over 20 seconds to go. Vatira could just shoot and back him up here. Great defense from Joreuz. Vatira's recovery is good, though. Joreuz trips him, however, and that should be a second goal. This time it is. 13 seconds left, and we have a 1-goal difference. A very interesting game here. A very unusual game. On the straight spawn, midfield play is likely. No kickoff goal for either player. 100 boost for both. Joreuz rushes. Vatira saw it in the nick of time. Corner aggression from Joreuz. Oh, he went for the catch and cut, but Vatira saw it. How is Joreuz going to score from here? He doesn't have any boost to play with. Vatira asserts his authority and ties the series 1-1. Well, that was a incredibly weird game from Joreuz POV. So like I said during the match, it really didn't look like he was too uncomfortable. You know, usually when a player is being dominated, being held scoreless, they don't have many chances. They're just being run around the field. But this was actually a game where Joreuz had plenty possession, plenty boost to play with. Vatira was just able to nullify all of his offensive threats, seemingly without much difficulty. Is Joreuz past it? Might be a little bit of an early conclusion there, if you think Joreuz is past it. Why are Vatira fans toxic? I've not really noticed anything too toxic myself, but I don't speak French. Maybe there's something French in chat that's not supposed to be there. I think, okay, this is my honest take. I'm not trying to instigate anything here, but I honestly think that a lot of toxicity on the EU server and a lot of toxicity between EU fans of different teams comes from the language barrier. You know, you've got the French community, the Spanish community, the English community, bunch of other communities as well, German, and a whole lot of others. I think that sometimes things get lost in the translation. Somebody will type something in one language and other people who read it or even Google Translate it. In my case, most of the things I find out or I you know, attempt to understand in a different language is through Google Translate. Now, if I Google Translate something from French to English or from Spanish to English, it might not be an accurate translation, and how am I supposed to know? You know, so I might, you know, translate something and it will appear toxic, but it's actually not if you read it properly or if you know the context. And the same is true when you're looking at second languages as well. Sometimes someone will read something in their second language or their third language and they'll think it's rude because they don't understand the context fully. And that, I think, does cause a little bit of division amongst players, fans in EU of different teams. Surely that's going to be a goal, right? Yeah, Joreuz does get it, even though he missed the last touch. He was able to score with the early ceiling shot into the into the ceiling itself there. Yeah, do be reminded, guys. You know, if you type something in a language that isn't English in my chat, my mods might time it out because we don't know what it says. We don't have anything against other languages. We simply can't read them. So and we're not going to go and Google Translate every message. So yeah, if you at someone in chat and you guys are having a conversation, a polite conversation between each other, go ahead. But yeah, if you get timed out, just you remember that you can always Google Translate whatever you're typing to English, and then my mods will be able to read it, and we can all talk, we can all communicate using the wonders of modern day technology. Hey, thank you to Scott Stotts for the 13-month prime, by the way. Really appreciate the resub there. Vatira struggling at the start of game 3. Looks like Joreuz has hit his stride. That's a bit away from Vatira there. Not many options to follow up on that play. Oh, he's managed to get one though. A little bit of an interception was all he needed. Vatira, the threat of a demo backs up Joreuz. He was just in the area there. Joreuz knew Vatira was near him, so he was trying to stay away from harm. And Vatira was able to take control of the ball. Sir CJT, thanks to the Prime sub. Welcome to the channel. Really appreciate that. Is Vatira past it? I don't think he's past it personally. I think this might just be a different kind of 2 minutes of gameplay. Vatira's seeing a bit of success now with low boost challenges. That's 2 goals from low boost challenges now. Joreuz is not able to spot that one in time. Let's see what Vatira can do. 100 boosts in the back corner. A lot of his air dribbles have taken off very sideways. Joreuz gets a piece of it, but it's still in. The bump connected. And that'll do it for Vatira. But yeah, a lot of low altitude air dribbles from Vatira. With, I think, slightly inefficient takeoffs as well. Reason that I say that is, it's not because Vatira isn't mechanical. He's so eager to attack quickly, it seems, that he's forgoing flip resets on the approach. Now, if you flip reset multiple times in an air dribble, that does increase your boost efficiency. You travel further without using boost. And that's one of the advantages of chain flip resets, especially in 1v1. Boost efficiency. Now Vatira's, for the majority of his air dribbles in this series, just air dribbled the ball with a heavy first touch and then flown after it using boost. So that's less efficient, but it does get the ball moving faster. So it's more threatening in one way, less threatening in another way. Seems like it's just his preference to get the ball moving and attack quickly, like many 1v1 players of old, who prefer to just get moving, put the pressure on their opponent. Oh no, Vatira! Well, he had a bit of a redirect in his own net earlier, which, you know, is easily explained, but this one is definitely a misplay. In an effort to launch the ball into the back corner, he has bottom cornered it, bottom bins, 6-3 to Joreuz. Vatira, fake kickoff, unsuccessful. Joreuz backs off and gives him the ball anyway. Vatira just shows you exactly what I'm talking about. No nonsense, no delay. Who cares about efficiency? Let's just get a shot on target ASAP. He's just going straight for the goal here. Perfect catch, I might add. Really punishing Joreuz for leaving the ball. Joreuz went for the boost instead of the ball there. Vatira took the ball and scored. Immediate shot by Vatira. Once again, it's all about the pace. Joreuz unable to react. Feeling very vindicated about my point about him just going fast every time, because he is not holding back. It's more about the ball speed for Vatira than anything else. He just wants to get the ball moving as quickly as possible. You know, compared to Zen in the matches he played both today and yesterday, where he's trying to get his car to accelerate in bursts here and there. And Vatira's own goal again, but this time I think Joreuz forced him to with the threat of the air dribble bump. Yeah, Vatira having to steer to the sides here. He did avoid the bump, and if he'd put himself in a position to save that, he would have been clattered into the net, so goal either way. Vatira just wasting a little bit of time so he can grab the corner 100 boost there. Once a reverse challenge, Joreuz spotted it and well slotted. Joreuz up by 3. You'll notice from Joreuz POV that you just saw Vatira reversing in. Vatira thought he might be sneaking into a challenge there in reverse, but with a big bounce on the ball like that, Joreuz side onto the play. He had perfect vision of the entire situation. Oh dear, Vatira's flipped away from the boost. Still good physicality by Joreuz to force him off that. And that was a much needed boost grab for Vatira. He's in a bit of trouble here. You know, it might look like he's the one attacking, but really he's just trying to buy some time for the boost to respawn so he can steal it away. There it is. Joreuz knows. Vatira actually uses Joreuz grabbing it to his advantage. Well, this is incredibly high level stuff here. Both players know the boost is about to respawn. Joreuz thinks that's what the fight is for. Vatira actually just lets Joreuz have it and bumps him to leave the net wide open. Phenomenal timing by both players. Joreuz is still in an advantageous position. Vatira creating something out of nothing. He's within 1. Well, this is scrappy but effective. Vatira has 5 boosts and he still manages to get an aerial shot off that Joreuz can't catch up to with all the boosts that he built up in the position. Vatira is coming back. He is finding a way. And that bump might leave the net open again. It needs a big aerial shot though. Joreuz is going to snipe that one out of the air. Vatira again trying to intercept early. Joreuz is not in a great position here, you know. His mechanics get him out of it, but that was far from easy. Vatira has to use all of his boost to get back to the corner. Well, the possession is his as we approach the final 20 seconds. Again, he accelerates straight down the middle, pops the ball on target. I think he went for the fake boost steal there, hoping that Joreuz would give him the ball for free. Joreuz steals the boost away from the corner, delays the shot, and puts himself up by 2. Control and composure from Joreuz is all he needed here. He doesn't want to dodge into that ball, because if he does, then Vatira might just get a hard clear on it. It might just bounce all the way to the other side of the field. Smart by Joreuz to just let Vatira touch it, and then take the ball for free, take the goal for free, and win the 3rd game of the series. Oh, quick question actually, or maybe not question. Maybe I want one thing I can fill you guys in on, but I stand correct. I'm happy to be corrected if I'm mistaken on this. So the French community, they love to type MDR, or sometimes, you know, MD followed by many R's in chat when something funny happens. Now, I've come to understand that doesn't it mean murder? Or isn't it, is it kind of like I'm dead? I'm laughing so much that I'm dead? Isn't that what it means? Yeah, it means lamau. Yeah, so it means lol. Isn't it because you're dead from laughter? Murder. MDR, murder. I've been murdered from laughter. Is that what it means? I think that's what it means. The only time that I learned this from playing ranked with Smellsworth, because sometimes when we're playing ranked 2v2 and we bump our opponents, you know, for the 20th time in 3 minutes, they get very annoyed, and you know, sometimes they express their annoyance in various languages, which we're able to identify. So whenever we see some trash talk directed at us that's probably French, we always just reply MDR because we don't know what else to say. So we don't understand. We don't know any words in French. So that's the only situation I've been able to use that in my own life. Just by bumping French players in ranked and then replying MDR when they rage at us. You know, that it's nothing against French people. We reply to anyone who rages at us bumping them, but that's our default reply to French players when we think we're against French players. What do you guys reckon? Is that an appropriate response? I'm gonna need the French community to weigh in on this. Is that an appropriate situation for MDR? Okay, I'm glad that we've been using it correctly. Thank you very much for the input there, everybody. Okay, so I think that Vatira's made his intentions quite clear. Joreuz will know at this point in the series. He's had ample evidence to suggest that Vatira is going to play extremely aggressively with low boost. He's not a player who leaves the ball often when he's at a boost disadvantage. In fact, he does so here and immediately concedes. So that might be why he doesn't often do this. He seems like he's very comfortable pressuring the ball with low boost. He immediately concedes when he backs off there. Fake kickoff works out. Vatira's trying to keep the immediate shot option alive. I mean, look at him. He's happy to immediately attack, even with low boost. Many players would have taken the ball to the back corner there, grabbed 100, and attacked more methodically. But Vatira's he's going for immediate pressure every time. And this is a kind of playstyle that does wear on the opponent. Something we've seen players like FairJame do in the past. We've seen Khaled do this many times in the past. We've seen Scrubkilla do this in his heyday. You know, a lot of legends of the one scene have had massive success by pressuring the ball with low boost. Eventually that pressure just wears on the opponent's mentality and has them panicking in every situation, whether or not they need to. Crossbar saves Joreuz from flip reset. From the flip reset, Vatira attempted. Nicely done. Switch up from Vati. Standard air dribble to counter Joreuz at advanced position. Joreuz is very far forward when he jumps for this one, which can be favorable when you're trying to save a high air dribble bump, so you can go underneath the opponent and hit the ball as it flies behind him with more of a vertical takeoff. And it does leave you open to immediate shots. This time Joreuz is able to go over the top of Vatira's air dribble bump, but dodging the follow-up demo, not possible. Joreuz spawns near post. Vatira's going to be pretty annoyed about that. The boost would have been his. Joreuz spawned on the other side, and revenge demo for Joe. Where's Vatira going to spawn? Oh, he spawns far side. Couple of very unfortunate spawns for Vatira, it has to be said. It's one of the only pieces of randomness in the game, and it's probably the most impactful randomness and most impactful RNG you get in Rocket League, is where you spawn after being demoed, where your opponent spawns after you demo them. Great half flip from Vatira. Oh, he played that one pretty close to the bar, but it worked out. Yeah, you know, kickoff spawn location is also random, but at least you get a couple of seconds to react to it and figure out a strategy, so it's not, I think, bad RNG. I do wish there was a better way for Rocket League to organize where you spawn after you're demoed. I would prefer if it wasn't completely random myself. So it would allow for more calculated outplays, more calculated plays upon spawning. Another game similar to Game 2, where the scoreline remains pretty low for Joreuz. A nice dodge in the demo. He's missed the shot though. Vatira with great vision on Joreuz as he approached the boost steal. Joreuz keeping his boost nice and high here, even though he's threatening a demo. And again, able to catch the ball a couple times. Vatira staying with him the whole way. Does, however, lead to a Joreuz boost steal. Attempted flick goes low. Vatira will be away here. Joreuz just gets back in time, but not in time to deny the shot. For Joreuz, looks like Vatira. A bit of a missed flip on his way to the boost. Not a lot of play on this ball, but he creates a shot anyway. Well, we need to look at this from Joreuz POV. I'm sorry, Joreuz. I'm sure you don't want to watch this one, but this is why side flip shots are so effective. Watch Joreuz POV of Vatira here. It really doesn't look like Vatira's got any run up at all on that ball. It doesn't look like he's got any angle on the ball, but just pulling up slightly beside the ball like that and side flipping while boosting the entire time can generate massive power on the ball. Definitely much more acceleration than a player can have with their own car to try and catch up to it. It's an extremely effective shot. Now, Vatira just saved his own open net there. Is this the mental game from Vatira? Is he trying to flex? Or was that actually a misplay? I would lean more towards the former, knowing Vatira. He's a very confident player. He probably doesn't think he needs open nets against Joreuz. Indeed, he's going to save this one as well. Yeah, this is intentional, guys. He's not scoring open nets. You might think that that's pretty silly to do when you're going to be up by 4. But one of the easiest ways to win a game from a position like this is to let the clock win the game for you. Why go back to a kickoff where things are out of your control, where you're giving the opponent an even position, when you could just have an advantageous position, dribbling the ball around the field for a minute? So it's somewhat smart from Vatira, and it's also a big mental win. That's going to annoy Joreuz because he would have loved a chance to come back at the end of this game. Now he doesn't have one. We're going to game 5. Vatira has connected with so many demos in this game. He went for the triple with the reset at high speed. Looks like Joreuz might want a bit of a momentum swing with a few resets at the end of this game. Vatira not going to give it to him that easily though. 2-2. I think definitely a less dominant performance than Zen that came before him in the past few days, but still very impressive to see Vatira, a player who's not known for his 1v1 ability, just jumping into ones against one of the greatest of all time, one of the best currently, and taking him to game 5 with a very aggressive style. Mopal, by the way, thanks for the prime. Now, my one criticism for Vatira is that he does seem to be, I think, a bit readable. Joreuz could outplay him in this last game if he realizes that Vatira is just going 90% of the time. Even when Vatira's on low boost, he just goes. He doesn't slow down for a split second. Now, if Joreuz has clocked onto that fact, which I'm positive he has, he might be able to outplay Vatira in this last game by just moving the ball quickly in defense and outplaying those early challenges that Vatira has prioritized. Oh, that's not what Joreuz wanted to see at the start of the game. Vatira's going to be 1-0 up. Not even close for Joreuz with the initial reset. And the landing left a lot to be desired as well. 1-0 Vatira. It's positions like these where Joreuz just has to start seeing Vatira going. He didn't. Now, remember what I said? I said Joreuz could see these kind of plays coming. But again, he didn't spot it. This is what Vatira's been doing all series long. He is just playing the ball. He doesn't care if he's on 5 boost, 12 boost, no boost. He trusts himself to have power shots in these positions. He trusts himself to speed flip and wave dash his way into a high momentum position. And that's definitely going to annoy Joreuz. I think he's going to be very frustrated with the way that he conceded the last goal after coming out with an advantageous kickoff. But he's 3 goals down. It is all Vatira so far in game 5. Can he keep it up? Can he keep surprising Joreuz? He keeps on catching him out of position. Another kickoff win for Vatira is going to leave Joreuz in a tough position here. Vatira, instead of sealing the corner boost away, just plays the ball. He is sticking to that game plan. of ball over boost. He doesn't care about the boost steal in the back corner there. He just wants the ball to himself. He doesn't really mind if Joreuz gets 100 boost. He's thinking, I can outplay you either way. It looks like so far that formula has worked wonders for the young Frenchman. Definitely an unconventional style. There are aggressive 1v1 players out there right now, but Vatira has really performed as well as any of them recently. And a big mechanical play puts him up by 4. All too easy with the reset and the flick. It just needed to be placed well. He saw Joreuz challenging, and he slots it right past him. A big kickoff win for Joreuz. And a 1-goal back. That's the start. What did Vatira do here? Well, he did try to lose the kickoff to the back corner, but you can see the danger doing this on the diagonal spawn. What Vatira just did is more often done on the slight offset spawn, because you don't get those big bounces into the corner wall. It usually goes more into the back wall if you do it on the slight offset spawn. Allowing it to bounce like that into the corner does, of course, cause the ball to bounce middle, which is much more dangerous, a bit more risky there from Vatira. A not often seen strategy. Nice power shot. Vatira's demos have opened up so many chances for him. He has had so much success with physical play, so much success with pressure. Joreuz handled him earlier in the series, but it's been more and more Vatira favor the later we've gone. Games 4 and 5 completely in favor of the Frenchman. Still a long time to go though. Joreuz with 100 boost in the back corner, dodging the demo this time. He needs to be clinical. Chances have been few and far between. This time he kind of sees the challenge coming, but it's not like this has gone horribly for Vatira, even though Joreuz saw him coming. It might have gone badly. Vatira sticks around, commits, and gets crushed. And this is what Joreuz needs to do. He's aware that Vatira is going to be coming towards him. He has to be ready. He has to absorb these challenges. And he has to punish Vatira for investing so much boost to close these distances. Vatira, lots of options here. Decides to just shoot to the near post top corner. Something Joreuz was more than ready for. That's not the hardest hit from Vatira, but he's able to catch up to it, and he even gets an extra touch at the end of it all. Well, Vatira has just got an exquisite ability to generate favorable 50s with no momentum. It looks like Joreuz has come away with the ball again, and it's over the top of Vatira. 3 goals to the Dutchman. And once again, it's an ability that he will have to thrive with. He absorbs another challenge. He deflects the ball into a favorable position and follows up with an open net shot. Possession for Joreuz. Vatira accelerating forward as he always does. Can he get back as he usually does? I think flick game for Joreuz has struggled today, but he's got another opening here. And he just opts for the shot. It'll work. Joreuz on a bit of a spree now. He knows Vatira's game plan. He knows what he needs to do. It is all about execution at this point. Delayed kickoff for Vatira. Starts a back corner boost race that he's going to win, but Joreuz reads his touch. He stays active in the position. That's great play from Vatira though. Joreuz is strong in the challenge. Doesn't even need the wave dash in the landing. He's got the opening, and we have a tie game in game 5. Now, back in the day, I asked Joreuz, why do you think you're able to beat Khaled when no one else can handle his 50-50s? Joreuz replied, he told me, it's because he thinks his 50-50 game is underrated. He's really showing it off right now. He has needed incredibly strong challenges to stop Vatira in his tracks. Oh, what a shot. Joreuz up by 1. The snipe from distance. And has Vatira showed his hand a bit too soon? Is it him that needs to adapt? Is it him that needs a different kind of play style? Joreuz is in his mind right now. He's reading every single move. What's Vatira got now? Relatively even 50-50. Both players have boost. Vatira, possession in the corner. Slow takeoff. A lot of boost invested. Another strong 50 for Joreuz. It's more of the same. The past minute or two, it's been dominated by Joreuz 50-50s. That's not something we've seen for the entire game. He's got to be careful here though. Vatira's chasing him. Another 50-50 goes relatively even. Vatira's going to dribble the ball to the corner. We've got a minute to go here. He's in a good position. Can he get it past Joreuz though? Just about. The shot is there. Joreuz again just flips into the ball. I mean, he knows what Vatira's trying to do. Vatira might have to switch something up here. I think he has to get a clean outplay because these scrappy outplays that have been working for him earlier in the series are not working at the tail end of Game 5. He cannot go straight through Joreuz. He has to go around him. Joreuz up by 2. Vatira kind of stubbornly, you know, somewhat confidently, has just stuck to the game plan that's got him to this point, even though now it doesn't seem to be working. Joreuz had the ability to adapt, and he did. Does Vatira possess the same qualities? Well, he goes for a clean out play there. That's what we're talking about. He has to start going for clean out plays if going straight through him with 50s isn't going to work. And this time, he does get a shot through. Joreuz had boost, dove into his net. Oh, I can't agree with that play. That is an unnecessarily difficult play to go for. And with 17 seconds to go, Vatira's within a goal. Kickoff win for Joreuz. Vatira should have 100 boost to defend with, but he's gone early. Joreuz spots him, and I think that is a good summary of this game, a good summary of this series. Vatira likes to go, and Joreuz started more and more towards the end of this game to see that coming. And if you go every time, if you go too often, it becomes predictable. If you fake all the time, if you fake too often, that becomes predictable as well. Vatira a bit too predictable, especially in this Game 5. Can he get the ball in before 0 seconds? I don't think he can. It's going to be a 1-goal difference. GG's. Vatira is definitely capable of competing with anyone in the world for 1v1. Today, Joreuz showed him that you need to adapt. You need to have more than one game plan if you're going to win a best of 5 against someone at the top. This was definitely Vatira's series to win or lose. He had full control. He was dominating in the scoreline at the start of this game. Demos were landing, 50-50s were working, rush challenges were working, low boost plays were working. But like I said before Game 5 started, Joreuz can adapt to this. He knows what he has to do. It's all about execution. If you adapt properly, you can counter those plays. And Joreuz did exactly that. Vatira's definitely not a one-trick pony though. I think he just probably needed another game to really adapt. He was so close. I mean, the scoreline was what? Yeah, 1 goal at the end here, 2 goals in the final minute. Yeah, he was very close. He probably just thought, if I just play my strategy and do it better, I'll win. I think it would have made more sense to just dial back the aggression slightly when he had a massive goal lead earlier on in the game. That would have been the best play to make. Yeah, great stuff. Appreciate both these guys for coming on. Thanks, Joreuz, Vatira, for putting on a great show for us. Very close game. Joreuz, of course, he's been doing this for years, but Vatira looks like he's been doing this for years with a performance like that. Very, very solid stuff.